Doc, so let me begin by congratulating His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
For what?
There are very few leaders in the world who will go through an international investigation by some of the crack investigative institutions of this world, the finest. We are talking about the UK SFO. We are talking about the Justice Department of the United States of America, collaborating with Ghana's OSP and come out squeaky clean. There are very, very few politicians. Many Ghanaians have been asking, if President Akufo-Addo goes through this crucible, goes through the fire that they put President Mahama through, will they emerge squeaky clean as President Mahama has emerged? If Vice President Bawumia is put through the same test, this litmus test of the most sophisticated anti-graft institutions you can have in the world, will Bawumia, will the top leadership of the MPP emerge squeaky clean? For we in the NDC, this further buttresses the point that we have always made, that we are led by an incorruptible flag bearer. In this country, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has been subjected to the most vile propaganda and deliberately concocted charges of corruption. You remember the claim that he owns mansions in Dubai. You remember? Recently, some of the journalists who were made to peddle that on their platforms, led by Captain Smart, he has publicly asked for forgiveness. That when he was given that information to put out, he hurriedly put it out. He concedes that he didn't carry out due diligence and that he begs for forgiveness. You remember all the accusations about he having taken over military lands and all of that. All of those baseless accusations.
That allegation was made by the defense minister.
No meaner person than the defense minister.
Yes.
Which one?
Dominic Nito.
About what?
About President
Military
Mahama
lands.
having grabbed military lands and all of that. It turned out to be
The defense minister
total.
made it.
Yes, publicly at a press conference in the early days, your first term. All of that has turned out to be blatant falsehood.
Has it been investigated?
So
But Nana, who should investigate?
he was
sitting-
challenged.
a sitting minister.
A formal statement was issued. He was
Yes.
challenged to put out evidence. He was challenged by the former president's office.
And he hasn't responded.
Yes, he could
He is
not.
the minister of defense.
He could not.
If indeed somebody has misappropriated military lands, he's been minister of defense for 7.5 years,
Yeah.
going to 8 years.
Yeah. So,
Well, okay,
So-
I don't remember him saying that, but if you say that's
He
what he
did.
said.
He held the presser and said it.
Really?
Yes.
So we must all acknowledge that what the former president has been subjected to in this country has been most unfair. I am exceedingly joyful that this has offered yet another opportunity for the incorruptibility, for the integrity of former President Mahama to be confirmed beyond any reasonable doubt. Now, Nana Kumia this morning has tried very hard to create some lingering doubts and to create the impression that some matters are still hanging. Indeed, I hold in my hands the 24-page report, and I'll be taking you through important pages.
I have not read it yet.
Yes,
so.
I have read the full report, 24 pages.
The OSPs?
The OSPs, yes. I've read the entire 24-page report. And I will admonish our good friend Anakomia to read it. When he reads it, a lot of the things he has said this morning, he won't repeat them elsewhere or repeat them again. The OSP has dealt with all of those matters. And I'll be coming to that. I'll be coming to that in a jiffy.
I haven't read it, but if he's answered the issue.
No, he has. Yes, he has.
What did he say?
He has dealt all of that. I'll come to that. I want to be, as I like to do, be methodical. So, first of all, it is established that the complainant in this matter, the person who made the referral, is no other person than His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. If you read paragraph 3.0 of the OSP's report, the OSP states, and I quote, by correspondence dated 2nd February 2020, addressed to the Special Prosecutor, the Secretary to the President, Nana Bediatu Asante, communicated that he had been directed by the President of the Republic to refer to the OSP allegations of bribery made against Ghanaian officials in an approved judgment of the Crown Court at Southwark in the United Kingdom, delivered on 31st January 2020 by the Right Honorable Dame Victoria Sharp, the President of the Queen's Bench. Then the OSP continues, and this is very, very interesting. The President was more than a busybody. He was so interested in this matter. Listen to this, Doc. Paragraph 3.4. The referrer also requested that given the implications of the judgment, the OSP may collaborate with its United Kingdom and other foreign counterparts to conduct a prompt inquiry to determine the complicity or otherwise of any Ghanaian government official, past or present, involved in the scandal, and to take the necessary legal action against such official as required by Ghanaian law. Very interesting. So it was not only a referral. They actually asked the OSP to take steps to collaborate with their international partners. Now, if you have worked in government and you know how government works, this ab initio tells you that every diplomatic channel will be activated by the chief diplomat of the Republic to facilitate those channels, because that is what it means. So, all of us must understand that President Mahama has just come out of a major international collaboration between Ghana's OSP, the UK, and the United States of America. Major. Because the President actively in his letter told the OSP to open those diplomatic channels. Now, when you read further, the OSP confirms at page 17 that indeed they did that. Page 17, paragraph 6.1. The OSP's mutual legal assistance requested from the UK and the US authorities placed the OSP in a position no better than any person who read the DPAs and the decisions of the UK and US courts on the Airbus matter. Very significant. So after the OSP was prompted by the President that you better collaborate with your international partners, they did that. So when we say that President Mahama has just emerged, so you can't say that, oh, this is probably local challenges, the OSP's office is new, they don't have the sophistication, they don't have the best practice globally. This is a collaborative investigation. confirmed.
I mean, the
in
government,
several pages.
the government and its agencies fully collaborated with the OSP's office. Because you
Yes.
remember the full-page advert in the Daily Graphic,
Yes.
where Adam's photograph
Yes.
was put out that he was wanted.
Yes.
Is in fact a photograph of his British passport when
That's
he
true.
entered or exited Ghana.
That is true.
And those are records that you can only find with the immigration authorities.
That is true.
When a person's passport is scanned.
That's true.
And this was made available for that publication to show his identity.
You are right. Indeed, if you read page 24 of this report, the OSP writes, on 8 August 2024, the special prosecutor notified Interpol of the withdrawal of the red notice in respect of Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Sean Middlemans, Lon Sarah Davis, and Sarah Fennell.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday. So we tells you that all along, all this while, there was a red notice at Interpol. So this investigation has gone through several reputable global institutions. People put on the Interpol red notice. And those who know the red notice say, yes, you're the most wanted internationally, globally. And indeed, when you go through this report, the OSP has even apologized to some of the people that they ought not to have been investigated. Doc, it is also important to emphasize.
Which people have he has apologized to?
Yes, when you if you look at paragraph 6.29, it says Sarah Fennell. Sarah Fennell is spelled F-U-R-N-E-A-U-X. Should not have been a subject of the OSP investigations. It should not. So
Who's she?
she came up. She was one of the intermediaries that came up. Yeah, and had earlier, if you look at even the first post in the UK newspaper, the first publication, her name came up.
She's a Ghanaian?
No, she appears to be of British descent.
And the OSP investigated her?
Yes, all of them were investigated. All of them. And so the list is provided. So it is Sarah Fennell, Philip Sean Middlemans, Lon Sarah Davis, Adam Foster. All of them were investigated. And they are all friends. They are the associates.
And the OSP apologized to them?
Yes, the associates of Adam Foster. Yes. That is
to all of these people?
Particularly Sarah Fennell, who the OSP says she should not have been investigated at all.